Hear this clearly. The instant you swipe your card, the universe receives a command. You don't even have to speak. Your energy field speaks for you. And money, the thing you once called inanimate, isn't deaf. It answers the tone you broadcast. You were taught money is only a tool. Spiritually, it's also a mirror. It reflects the beliefs and the unspoken words you carry. When your hand trembles, will there be enough you sign an invisible order? When your heart is calm and grateful, you sign a different one. Law has no favorites. Law answers frequency. Try a tiny experiment. Morning coffee. Hand on wallet whisper, I bless this money. I send it out in peace and welcome it back multiplied. You tip $2. 20 minutes later, a $5 refund hits your inbox because the system overcharged. Not random magic, just quiet order between word feeling and circulation. Step into a new lens. Every contact with money is a sacred micro-ritual. Every bill is a chance to train a fearless heart. Every coin found on the sidewalk is a seed. When you spend, you circulate. When you lose, you're sowing into the invisible field and awaiting the harvest under grace and in perfect ways. Florence Scovel Shinn never encouraged impulse. She reminded us of the power of the word, where intention, emotion, and speech stand in alignment. And to the practical American in you, this doesn't replace action, budgeting, or discipline. It changes the frequency of your action. You still pay bills, work, negotiate, only now you do it in peace and gratitude, inviting increase. That tone opens doors. Logic alone couldn't surprise discounts, add-on opportunities, collaborations fees quietly waived. Picture a new pathway for money in your life. It passes through your hands, gets blessed, receives an assignment, and leaves in peace only to return by routes you never predicted. Silence is never neutral. It defaults to the voice of lack. From now on, let your voice lead. A simple activation line you can use. I bless every dollar. My words multiply everything I touch. Say it slowly, steadily, like someone issuing a kind law because you are. Hand on wallet, one deep breath. Thank what you already have, then tap your card. You've just changed the script from fear to sovereignty. Next, we'll make the ritual visible and usable anywhere. 3 compact moves to turn every transaction into a moving prayer. What to do before paying online. What to say when money arrives, and how to release hard expenses without denting your frequency. At the checkout line or a gas pump, all you'll need is a grateful heart, a steady breath, and one clear sentence. The law will handle the rest. Do you notice that tiny moment at the checkout card in your hand and your heart flinches? Will there be enough that whisper signs an invisible order? Law doesn't need you to say it out loud. Law hears frequency. Each time you let that whisper lead you, unknowingly recreate a reality where money feels like a threat instead of a servant. In Florence Scovel Shinn's spirit, you are the master. Money is the servant. Masters issue orders with attitude, feeling, and clear words. This chapter hands your voice of sovereignty back to you. First name, the scarcity hypnosis, those throwaway lines that program lack. Times are tough. Buying this is dumb. I'll wait for a sale. They don't just describe feelings, they frame reality. The subconscious is fertile soil. Repetition plus emotion equals weeds. Those weeds tighten the body, tense shoulders, clenched jaw, knotted gut. Before you change your words, change your rhythm so your words have power. A 60-second checkout ritual. Hand over heart. Breathe in. 4, hold. 4 out. 6. As the breath grounds your system, speak slowly and clearly. I bless this money. I send it out in peace and welcome it back multiplied under grace in perfect ways. You're not self-hypnotizing. You're retraining your nervous system, paying danger. Every transaction becomes a tiny class where you practice being calm while money circulates. Okay, but what if I don't have enough right now? In Shinn's spirit, words don't replace action. They tune the frequency of action. You still budget, pay bills, save, and negotiate, But now you do it with the bearing of a steward, not the flinch of a victim. When the tone shifts, logical doors that were stuck begin to open. Refunds you never noticed, collaborative invites, surprise, discounts, a kinder payment plan. Because you called in peace. Not cheap magic, just the effect of speaking the right word in the right tone. The 1430-day Bless and Circulate Journal. It's proof for your brain and training for your subconscious. Log 1 transaction a day, even a $1 tip counts. Make 5 columns. Date, time. Transaction, what, whom. Affirmation used each G. Money is sacred substance. It circulates and returns multiplied. Feeling before. After e.g. Tense at 6:10. Calm, 3:10. Return signals, refund, discount, invite, waived fee, a coffee. Someone bought you. Notes. What helped you soften fastest? Which line carried the most power? Why track? Because your mind needs witnessed evidence to install a new belief. After 14 to 30 days, you'll notice friction dropping and opportunities arriving along routes you used to miss. When friction falls, money stops getting stuck in guilt. Tape this big friendly checklist where you'll see it. Touch, thank, command, release. Touch. Notice the moment your hand meets wallet, a card, phone. Thank you for the money passing through my hands. Command, circulate and return, multiplied full and plenty. Release, exhale, longer than you inhale. Soften, shoulders, jaw, give a tiny smile. A small, ordinary miracle, a viewer tipped $2 at the cafe, blessed the money and walked out. 10 minutes later, a $5 card refund pinged for an overcharge she hadn't noticed. Coincidence? Maybe. I call it a circulation loop reopened. Interpret it. How you like the point is you're becoming the chooser of the tone that shapes your financial experiences. Important guardrail faith isn't impulse. Under grace and imperfect ways means no forcing, no rescuing, no spending past safety. If your budget says not yet, you can still say yes to the frequency of abundance by blessing what's here and circulating within wise boundaries. That's how blessings stay, instead of spilling over the edges. Psychologically, you're swapping scripts. Old threat, defense, regret, new circulation, presence, healthy expectancy. When the body registers safe, it stops bracing and your sensitivity returns. You catch nudges, negotiate better, write kinder, firmer extension emails, and notice discounts you used to miss. Small changes stack, and your journal records the stack. The Bless and Circulate 14. Challenge. For the next 14 days, post or note one line daily. Day X, transaction, affirmation, signal. Example, Day 3, gas, $25. I bless this money. Circulate and return multiplied, $3 loyalty discount. This isn't bragging, it's activation. When many speak growth together, the atmosphere changes. If you're in right, I'm in for Bless and Circulate 14. Add your city, let's see the web of hearts practicing across the map. Before we close, try it now. Pick up your wallet, phone. Touch, breathe. Say, I bless every dollar that passes through my hands. I am the steward who speaks increase. I send in peace and welcome back multiplied under grace and in perfect ways. Scan your body, shoulders, jaw, chest. If anything's tight, take one longer exhale. Seal it with a small smile. Next up, the pocket-ready formula you can use anywhere. Bless, assign, release. We'll tackle the hard scenarios, debt payments, taxes, surprise fees, and how to keep your frequency steady at the gas pump, the Pay Now button, and inside a firm but respectful negotiation email. Every transaction becomes a moving prayer, and every dollar returns like a welcomed friend. I promised you a 3-step formula to turn every transaction into a moving prayer, and here it is. Before the motions, remember Florence Scovel Shinn's heart, your word is the wand. Money is the messenger that carries your command out and brings the harvest back under grace and in perfect ways. Speak in peace and law answers in peace. Speak in fear and law echoes fear. Which tone will you choose today? The formula bless assign release. Use it anywhere: the grocery checkout, the gas pump, a cafe tip jar, the pay now button, even a debt transfer. The moment your hand touches your wallet or phone. Whisper, I bless this money. That's step 1. Open the heart. Step 2, give the money a job. Circulate and return, multiplied full plenty to the right people at the right time in the right way. You're not bossing the world around, you're cutting a channel for the current to follow. Step 3. Release, exhale longer than you inhale. Soften your shoulders and jaw and allow a tiny smile. The seal is set, I have spoken, and now I trust. But what if I'm paying a frustrating bill? That's exactly when the formula shines. If an unexpected fee pops up and your body tenses, pause. Hand over heart, breathe in 4, hold 4, exhale 6. Say, I bless this expense. It's clearing the way for the right thing. I assign this money to circulate and return multiplied in perfect ways. When you tap pay, you're not throwing money away, you're circulating it as a sovereign steward. From that state, your mind brightens. You'll spot a discount email in spam. Remember an unused fuel points credit, practical exits. Fear would have hidden. Detonata to taxes. They're tone tests. What you curse gets knotted, what you bless gets freed. When you make a debt payment, don't pour resentment into it. It boomerangs. Try. Thank you to the credit that carried me. I repay with honor and peace. My cash flow is freed and expanded. Psychologically, you're swapping the old link spend equals loss for circulate equals sow. When debt stops being a spiritual swamp, you're calm enough to negotiate rates, request a lawful extension, or find a faster close. Keep proof run a 14 30-day circulation journal. Treat it like a light game between you and law. Per transaction log, 4 things. 1. The line you spoke. 2. Feeling before. After 3. What returned. And 4. What you learned. Returns aren't only cash. Think right time coupons, a comped meal, a fee reversal, a side gig invite, or a phone call that resolves a stuck admin task. Your brain lives on evidence, feed it steadily. After 2 weeks, you'll see a new picture form, financial friction drops right on time, moments rise. It isn't superstition, it's alignment between word, feeling, and action. Post a 4-beat reminder where you pay, touch, thank, command, release. Touch notice hand on wallet, card/phone. Thank. Thank you for the money passing through my hands. Command, circulate, and return multiplied full and plenty. Release longer. Exhale, soften, jaw or shoulders, tiny smile. Repetition retrains your nervous system. Money stops being an alarm bell and becomes a bell that calls you back to presence and gratitude. Make it playful. In your journal, draw a seed icon for every return signal. 10 seeds equals a harvest. Reward yourself with a modest treat. A latte, a new notebook, and bless the treat too. Games wire the brain to pair joy with gentle discipline so you'll keep going without force. Try it now, 20 seconds. Pick up your wallet or phone, touch. Offer a sincere thank you for passing through my hands. Issue the assignment. Circulate and return. Multiplied full plenty to the right people at the right time in the right way. Release with 1 long exhale. If you feel a tight spot in your body, add 1 more breath. That's your wand, your word, drawing a new law into the air. Coming next, cleaning up the silent enemy. We'll expose those casual, lac-colored phrases that slip by unnoticed and give you a language swap board to replace. I don't have enough with tight, 8 to 10 word lines you can use in public without feeling weird. I'll also hand you 5 to 7 word microlines for the 3 hard scenarios: debt taxes, surprise fees, plus a respectfully firm negotiation email template. You'll see why silence isn't neutral and how to turn every pause into trust. Anchor lines for daily use, pick one. I bless this money, circulate and return multiplied under grace. I repay with honor and peace. My cash flow is freed and expanded. Touch, thank, command, release. Post it where you'll see it. If this resonated, drop a one-liner below, bless and circulate day 1, transaction, return signal. We're building a shared evidence bank so when one of us feels wobbly, we can scroll the comments and find 100 small proofs waiting to steady us. I want to take you straight into the silent enemy and how to keep your peace in the everyday moments that make your chest tighten. We live fast, long grocery lines, the gas pump ticking up surprise medical bills, a letter from the IRS student loans. Any one of these can drop your frequency in a single breath. But it's exactly here that your words, your Shinn wand must be clearest, short, calm, strong. You are the master, money is the servant. You issue the order in peace under grace and in perfect ways. Before the hard scenarios, agree with me on one ultra-compact warm-up. You can run anywhere your mini ritual before pay now. One deep breath longer than usual. Soften shoulders. Unclench your jaw. Then one clear line, I bless this money. Circulate and return multiplied. Finally, a quick picture. A ribbon of light flows from your hand to the people who'll receive it, then arcs back to you larger, kinder, cleaner. 20 seconds, zero drama, but every time it reminds your body, I am sovereign. Scenario 1. The surprise bill medical or car instinct wants to blurt, just my luck. Let your body go first. Hand to heart, slow breath, feel the beat under your palm. Use a 5 to 7 word micro mantra. You can whisper in public. Money circulates, returns in plenty. When you tap, pay, add. This expense clears the way. Psychologically, if you label every payment as pain, your brain dodges numbers, delays calls, avoids negotiation. If you label it circulation, your brain hunts for doors, hardship programs, 0% plans, hospital assistance, or a warranty you forgot you had. Peace isn't passive. Peace lets you see options. Scenario 2. Debt or taxes. The tone test. Debt and taxes test your voice better than anything. What you curse gets knotted. What you bless gets freed. As you transfer, say, paid in honor flow, expands. Add. Thank you for the credit that carried me. Your breath eases, and so does your language when you email or call. I'd like to set a plan that lets me complete this peacefully. From that frequency, very practical things happen. Reps want to help flexible options surface, silly fees get reviewed. Words don't replace action, but they change the tone of action, and the right tone opens the right door. Scenario 3. Checkout line panic. What if there isn't enough? Heart spikes, hand sweats. Mind says, uh-oh. Ground through your feet, feel the floor. Whisper enough to pay in peace. Or if you prefer neutral, peace pays. Peace receives. Soften your shoulders. Even on a tight budget, you'll act from clarity. Split the cart, take essentials. Now come back for the rest without shame, with wisdom. You protected your frequency while choosing an invisible win. Your journal will show in bold. Between scenarios, keep your 4-beat friend close. Touch, thank, command, release. Touch to be present. Thank to open the heart. Command to set direction. Release to trust. Tape the words on your phone case, wallet, or monitor. Seeing them cues the body to run the sequence. Rhythm builds habit. Habit builds atmosphere. Atmosphere builds a life. If you've started your circulation journal, add a hard scenario column, the mantra you used, the setting, and how your body shifted. Example, day 7, dentist, $120. Money circulates, returns in plenty. Before chest heavy, 6:10. After 3:10. Signal 15%, new patient discount email. You're not chasing magic. You're witnessing specifics, friction down, options, up, more kindness from the person across the counter. When your brain has evidence, it stops dragging you back to the old script. You'll slip sometimes. Maybe this afternoon, post-call, you mutter money evaporates. Don't panic. Smile, say softly. Permission to revise and replace it with money circulates, return kindly. The subconscious doesn't punish you. It saves the latest draft. Every correction sharpens your wand. Community amplifies everything. If this helped, drop a simple line so we can find each other. Bless and circulate 14. City. Scenario. Malwanha 3. Your mantra. Example. Bless and circulate 14. Austin. Scenario 2. Paid in honor flow expands. One line a day, small, but it helps someone stand back up. When we see Boston, Phoenix, Portland, Miami pulsing together, we remember we're not alone and energy balances out. Today you're low, we lift. Tomorrow you lift us. What if I bless sincerely and still get hit with another fee? Shinn would say, don't judge the law by one receipt. Watch the trend a month, a quarter. Right words won't turn life into a red carpet, but they turn you into a steady walker. Steady walkers trip less, get help sooner, and when they do fall, they fall softly. From there, positive compounding is inevitable. And because we're moving in sequence next, I'll hand you a language swap board, 10 scarcity catchphrases, and 10 tight 8-10-word replacements you can say in public without sounding woo, but sharp enough to cut the trance. I'll also give you 3 respectful firm negotiation emails for deferring payments, requesting fee waivers/reductions, and asking about assistance programs, all in the spirit of under grace and in perfect ways. If you're in comment, bless and circulate 14, city, I keep my peace, that tiny promise is enough for the law to hear your tone and answer in kind. This is the bridge from knowing to owning, from pretty theory to a reflex that lives in your body. If part 3 was about staying calm in 3 hard money moments today, we go deeper into the roots, your body, and your everyday words. In Florence Scovel Shinn's spirit, the word only has force when body and mind hum the same tone. You can't say, I am safe, while your jaw is clenched and your shoulders are up by your ears. Your body will quietly veto your sentence. So we'll start with a tiny anywhere ritual at the checkout counter in a parking lot before you tap pay now, so your body signs the decree you're about to issue. Call it the 60-second protocol. Simple, discreet, and quietly miraculous in how it pulls you back into sovereignty. Step 1. Breathe. 4 to 4, 6. Inhale for 4, hold for 4. Exhale for 6. While you breathe, place a hand over your heart as if resting it on a private altar. Step 2. 1 power line. Slow and steady in a voice you believe, I bless this money. Peace pays, peace receives. Use your own phrasing if you like. The key is the tone of peace. Step 3. Recheck your body 110. Before the breath, secretly rate your tension. Say chest 7-10, jaw 5-10. After the cycle and the line rate again. Even a 7 to 6 is proof your body heard you. You're training your nervous system that financial transactions aren't alarms, they're circulation. Each check gives your brain one more brick to anchor the new belief. The body's signal interoception matches your affirmation, so your words stop being slogans and become signed orders. Now we tackle the silent enemy, the casual scarcity phrases that hum all day and sand down your frequency. No self-blame, just swap the script. Here's your language swap board. 10 quick pairs you can say anywhere without sounding woo, yet sharp enough to cut the trance. Pick 2, 3 and tape them inside your wallet, on your phone case, or on your laptop. I don't have enough money. I prioritize wisely, my sources expand. That's way too expensive. If it's mine, it will come at the right price. There goes more money. I circulate money, blessings return. Money flies out so fast. Money circulates gently and returns in abundance. This month is a disaster. I'm steady, the right door is opening. This debt is suffocating. I repay with honor, my flow expands. Taxes are a nightmare. I pay transparently, peace returns wider. I probably can't afford it. I choose right timing, grace arranges. Just my bad luck. Clear lesson. Blessing is on the way. I'm afraid to check my account. I look with calm. I'm present. When the old phrase slips out, don't panic. Smile and whisper. Permission to retract, then speak the new line. The subconscious doesn't punish you. It saves the latest draft. After a week, you'll notice the new lines start jumping out before you remember to swap. That's verbal habit landing in your muscles. To leave footprints on this journey, keep your 14 30-day circulation journal and add a language column. Along with transaction, affirmation, return signal, jot, old line, new line. If you swapped plus your tension before or after 110 senten. Example entry. Day to 9, insurance payment 86 hos, old. There goes more money. New, I circulate money. Blessings return. Before 6:10, after 3:10, signal $5 gas voucher email. Your journal becomes a kind mirror to your brain. See. We spoke differently and we felt differently. Because life moves fast in America, you'll want pocket-sized lines, 5-7 words you can use in public without feeling weird. Keep a few on hand as homing beacons. Peace pays, peace receives. Sources expand, I stand steady. Circulate gently, return it in plenty. Repay with honor, right doors open. Enough for today, more for tomorrow. If you want to accelerate, pair the 60-second protocol with your 4-beat friend from earlier touch. Thank, command, release. Touch to arrive in your body. Thank to open your heart. Command to set direction. Release to let law work under grace and in perfect ways. Run it 3 times a day this week, once on a morning payment, once at midday, and once before a bigger transaction, and you'll feel the financial friction drop a notch. When friction falls, very ordinary doors tend to open. You spot a coupon, a credit appears, or you finally ask the right person, the right question at the right time. Still skeptical. We're not painting life pink, we're cleaning the lens. When the lens is clean, a rough road is still a rough road, but you see the pothole in time ease off and arrive in peace. That's what the word does for you, not redraw the map, but give you clear eyes and a steadier hand to walk the road you have. Do one full 60-second round now. Hand to heart. Inhale. 4, hold. 4, exhale. 6, say softly, I bless this money. Peace pays, peace receives. Rate your tension how many out of 10. Take one more breath with a longer exhale. Close your eyes for a beat and picture the ribbon of light flowing out and curving back, bigger, cleaner, kinder. Open your eyes. If your number dropped even 1 point, write it in your journal. That is a field you just watered. Here's where we put guardrails on your bridge to wealth, so your words remain the wand, and your real-world path has rails that keep you from sliding into impulse. Florence Scovel Shinn's North Star is still the same under grace and in perfect ways. That means money flows in and returns without chaos, coercion, or emotional debt. Before I give you the email and phone scripts, lock in 3 frequency safety rules. 1. Peace is the compass. If your body isn't calm, heavy chest, tight shoulders, rushed, voice pause, breathe. 446, hand over heart. Speak your chosen line. Act only when your tone returns to peace. 2. Grace is never rushed. Any opportunity demanding an instant yes that makes you contract is a test. Real grace gives you a beat to check budget, ask questions, or sleep on it. 3. Sovereignty walks with responsibility. Faith doesn't replace transparency. You still budget, pay on time, and negotiate when needed, and peace is the tone that opens doors. Now let's turn word into words that work clear, respectful, no pleading, no blame. I repay with honor. My flow expands. Use these as read-aloud scripts or copy-paste bases. Email turn 1. Request a flexible payment plan. Subject. Flexible payment option request. Your name. Account nahar. Body. Hello, support or team. Thank you for your partnership. I'm facing a temporary constraint in month due to brief reason, and I remain committed to completing my obligation with clarity and peace. I propose either 1 split amount into number installments or 2 defer to date and then pay amount month. I'm happy to provide any documents needed. Thank you for considering a solution that works for both sides. Warmly, name, phone. Email 2. Ask for a fee. Waiver reduction subject fee. Fee. Waiver reduction review. Fee name. Your name. Account milestone. Body hey. Rep/team. I see the fee name posted on date. Given my good standing history, I kindly request a waiver or reduction as a customer care courtesy. I intend to keep the account healthy going forward. Thanks for reviewing and advising. Best, name, phone. Email 3. Ask about assistance/relief programs. Subject current assistance/relief options. Your name. Account to body. Dear to Deputy Team. I'm seeking the best option for my current balance cost. Could you share any programs in effect? Rate reductions, payment plans, hardship fee relief, loyalty credits. I'd like to choose a fit that keeps payments transparent and sustainable. Thank you for your guidance. Sincerely, name, phone. Phone script. Calm, clear, collaborative. Before you dial 1446 breath, hand to heart, whisper, I repay with honor. My flow expands. Open, hi, this is name account, pound. I'm calling to set up a payment option that keeps my account healthy so I can complete this properly. If they say policy doesn't allow. Within current policy, what's the best way to keep my account in good standing? If the rep sounds rushed, I know you're busy, thank you for the time. I'm happy to hold. You've reframed from begging for a discount to co-creating the best option. Soft is not weak. It's the strength of someone steering the tone of their life. The under grace triple check grace. You feel peace before, during, after the decision. If your gut knots afterward, review. Perfect ways. No one is pressured. No half-truths. Mutual understanding. Right outcome. The result gives you more choices tomorrow and doesn't choke today. Sweet deals that require hiding facts, fuzzy language, or new debt just to patch a hole are velvet traps. You are clear-eyed enough to say, I'll review and circle back. Trust or impulse, a fast test. Trust lets you sleep. Impulse keeps you up. Trust gives you a day to verify details. Impulse pushes. Pay now at 11:59 p.m. Trust partners with real numbers. Budget cash flow limits. Impulse ignores the data. When unsure, run the 60-second protocol, then ask, am I at peace? Am I forcing myself or others? Does this make tomorrow wider? If 2 of 3 aren't a clear yes, ask for more time. That's what owners do. Community amplifier post like this. Bless and negotiate. City. I did. Email, call, negotiation. Result, pending, reduced, new plan. Key line, your anchor phrase. Example, bless and negotiate. Seattle. Called to request a plan. Approved 4 installments. Key line. I repay with honor. My flow expands. These aren't victory laps, they're survey stakes in real ground, so the next person feels less alone. 60-second sealing practice. Do it now. Close your eyes. Inhale, 4. Hold, 4. Exhale, 6. Picture yourself typing a straight-spined email. Imagine the reader exhale softly, add a solution that works for both sides. Whisper, I speak increase. I act in right ways. Open your eyes and draft the note you've been postponing. Don't wait for the perfect frequency act at good enough peace and let grace finish the rest. You're not begging systems to be kind. You're bringing a kind system with you in your tone, your words, and the rails that keep your steps sure. Under grace, in perfect ways. As we wrap today's journey, hold one simple, powerful truth. Every transaction is a moving prayer. You're not touching dry numbers. You're touching something sacred, something that listens, remembers, and replies in the tone you send. From now on, let money pass through your hands as if across a warm altar. Touch, thank, command, release. It's a 4-beat rhythm of peace, the bell that opens doors you once thought were locked. If any minute of this video stirred a gentle faith in you that you are the master of the voice and money is the faithful messenger, seal it with a tiny ritual right now. Hand over heart. Breathe 4 to 4, 6. Whisper, I bless every dollar. My words multiply everything I touch. Let this become your daily password before the Pay Now button, when your paycheck lands, when you tip, even when you pick up a stray coin on the sidewalk. This isn't superstition. It's you choosing the frequency of your financial experiences under grace and in perfect ways. To sign your name to this journey, drop a commitment line in the comments. Bless and circulate 14. City, I bless and circulate. It's short, but it's a clear knock, so law can hear your tone. Tomorrow, come back and log one signal that returned a refund email, a voucher, an opportunity, or simply an easier breath while paying a bill. Read each other's notes, and you'll see you're not walking alone. New York, Dallas, Seattle, San Jose, stepping to the same rhythm. If this message met you where you are, subscribe and turn on the bell so you won't miss what's next. Each episode, another brick in your house of financial peace, the 60-second protocol, the circulation journal, the language swap board, and negotiation templates in the tone of repay with honor flow expands. Week by week, your word gains power and your heart grows steady. Before we close, here's a memory hook. Write it in your journal, tuck it in your wallet, or set it as your lock screen. Peace pays, peace receives. Grace opens, supply expands. When your mind starts to slip back to old phrases, smile and say, permission to retract, then swap in this line. Your subconscious doesn't punish. It saves the latest draft. Day by day, friction drops, and very down-to-earth doors open, a kind call back, a fee waived, a right-on-time collaboration. One question to light up the comments and to remind yourself. Tomorrow, which dollar will I bless first and how would I love it to return? Write it now. When you write, you assign. When our community reads, we amplify. When you look back, you witness. Thank you for your time, your heart, and your presence. If this helped, tap like and share it with a friend who needs to change their tone with money. And the next time your hand touches your wallet, remember you are not alone. A whole community is whispering with you. I bless every dollar. My words multiply everything I touch. May every dollar you touch become a seed of peace, an increase sprouting in season, returning on time, quite clear and plenty.